I'm Dr. Seema Desai, and this is the Joy First Method, where high achievers stop white-knuckling their way forward and start building something that's actually theirs. Let's get to it. You're successful by every standard that the outside world can see. But instead of feeling accomplished, you're feeling like you're falling short, running on fumes, and stretched thin. You're not alone, and you're not broken. The reason it feels this way is because the method we were taught about how to create success isn't completely true. We've learned to measure it with benchmarks that were never designed for a life of fulfillment. What if joy wasn't the reward that you get to feel when you finally hit your goals, but the foundation for building something sustainable and deeply meaningful? A kind of success not measured in titles or output or how much you can endure, but in how much peace and clarity you feel every single day. The kind where your ambition and your well-being don't compete, they complement. The kind where you finally have your own back. I didn't always know how to do this. I'm not naturally confident or empowered. In fact, I was quite the opposite. I was the unpopular kid, the one who smelled like garam masala, wore mismatched hand-me-downs that didn't quite fit, and had big glasses that took up most of my face, which was fine by me. I was terrified to be seen and even more terrified to be heard, and inevitably cut down, laughed at, or dismissed. I learned fast that the safest way forward for me was ruthless perfection. Answer every question right. Know the answer to the next one before it was even asked. Stay quiet, stay small. Let others take the lead. This followed me into adulthood, into my marriage, into my dental practice, into my motherhood. And everyone else's happiness became my metric of success. It wasn't until years later that I realized the life I was living wasn't a life at all. What had kept me safe for so long had become the very thing that was suffocating me. The roles, the rules, the responsibilities that were never mine to carry in the first place. There was a moment where I looked into the mirror and I couldn't even recognize myself. An exhausted dentist, an angry mom, drowning in guilt and perfectionism. I had become so disconnected from myself that the person staring back at me felt like a complete stranger. Something had to change. Productivity hacks and better morning routines weren't cutting it anymore. So I went looking for the truth about what was driving my life and what I actually wanted it to look like instead. What I found changed everything. I learned that joy isn't something that you earn as a reward for success. It is success. It's the metric. And when I learned to live and lead from that place, not as a destination, but as a practice, I stopped white-knuckling my way forward and started building something that was genuinely mine. This doesn't have to be just my story. It can be yours too. I'm Dr. Seema Desai, dentist turned keynote speaker, certified coach, award-winning podcaster, and creator of the Joy First Method. I'm also the author of the book, Connected, Discovering Your Inner Guides, and a wife and mom of two. The Joy First Method blends evidence-based practices, science, real-life stories, and ancient wisdom, because real, lasting change deserves a holistic approach. If you're ready to break your own glass ceilings while deepening the relationships that matter most, sharpening your leadership, and nurturing your well-being without compromising your ambition, this is the podcast for you. A lot of what you've built looks impressive, and it is. And it was never really for you. When joy is your foundation, that all changes. Follow along and let's build something that finally feels like yours. Welcome to the Joy First Method.